Ooh, man. Beautiful Monday morning. I'm outside right now, just chilling, taking care of my garden. Tried cutting my hair. That was a failure. But we're not gonna speak on that. Just let it regrow for a few weeks and see where we at. Maybe try again. Right now I'm wearing this Basquiat shirt that I got in last week's video, thrift shopping. It's kind of raw. I'll put a picture of the bag. I've still made very little progress in painting all those shirts, so I'm gonna get back on that in a sec right now. So I finished 4 of these shirts, 3 of them on thrifted items, and so right now I'm gonna do like a little run through and just talk about each of these and just kind of the inspiration for each one and what was going through my head, kind of like a psychoanalysis of all this. So, okay, with this painting, it is a direct commentary, not on just gender, but specifically femininity in the United States. I've got this box around, but in this case, the rectangle that's surrounding is sort of like idealistic body structure, like this model kind of figure. It's showing like a feeling of being stuck in this box. And the red is very like strongly connected to blood as well. So this idea of like bloodlust. In this case, the blood is referring to violence. Particularly, obviously, violence against women. That blue is indicative of strength and freedom and liberation. It's supposed to be 2020, and by putting that in blue as well as this spine, like this blue is connected right to the year 2020, like the timeliness of where we are in history. I don't think that blue is actually what symbolizes freedom. I feel like it symbolizes a false sense of freedom. The blue represents that false sense, but it also represents money in a unique way. This blue represents like $100 bill, blue face 100 in the United States. Like it's the top of the top of property and ownership. Here is very much about nature and interconnectedness, and I'm using colors to show that. However, you can see in the back here how I've got this blue here that comes back to here. I've got this pink that comes here, as well as the yellow on the sunset that comes back to this branch here. You can see that there's this like infinity kind of symbol here in the tree between the root structure and the branch structure. This box represents the reality of nature. The reason that it travels beyond the box in every single direction and very slightly on this side as well is to show the connection between reality and even like unreality, if that's a word, like not reality. At the same time, I'm using these like black stitch marks kind of. Stitch marks are meant to show like the precarious nature of the connection between this reality and the outside world, outside of our reality. For this next painting. Of the paintings I did in the past like 2 weeks, this one's probably my favorite. This one I put the most effort into the pre-visualization. My goal with this sketch was to draw a human face that was devoid of any human indicators of identity, gender, race, ability, anything like that. about 8:15 right now. I've been up for a few hours. Took care of my plants. I was reading for a little bit. Right now I'm reading Dreams from My Father by Dr. President Barack Obama. Macho, you ready? Baby, you ready? Cute. Today's pick right here, some green beans, some Thai chili peppers, and some cucumbers. Oh my God, okay. It's hot out here today. Grabbing some tomatoes. Yeah, we got all kinds of cucumbers, as you can see. Not really. It's one plant that just took over this whole corner here. Look at these right here. Poblano peppers. Oh man. Jalapeno over here. I'm gonna put this back in here. Yeah, this is my compost right here. I gotta turn it over and add some stuff to it, but this is it. I'm gonna let that decompose over the winter time, and by the time spring comes around, it's gonna be like nice and like fertile soil basically. When I started the garden this year, all I had to do was just like clear out any weeds or anything and put this soil, like spread it across this topsoil. It's Friday morning, about 6:30. Been up for a minute now. I just showered and all that. I'm about to finish up this video by updating my Spotify playlist. I update that every week, so if you haven't already, you should go check that out. Make sure you follow the weekly playlist as well as the archive, because songs from last week, week 2, they're already in that archive, so you can listen to those forever. I had a dope dream last night. I was hanging out with my girlfriend, Snow Allegra. That's not the worst person to hang out with. Snow, if you're watching this, hit me up. We could definitely hang out sometimes. I'd be glad to. But yeah, I'm gonna get into this Spotify playlist update real quick. So there's a lot of cool music dropping this week. We got stuff from Drake and Lil Durk. We got Miley Cyrus. We got Burna Boy dropping the album. Alicia Keys and Khalid. Trey Songz, Nas. This week, I'm gonna have to feature, like, I'm sure you would have guessed, this single by Drake and Lil Durk. I've been listening to Lil Durk since I started listening to G.R.Bo and Chief Keef and Larice, everybody. And although I'm not a huge Drake fan, I have to feature anything with Lil Durk. I'm sorry. It just has to be that way. So I'm gonna have the link in the description. Make sure you go follow me on Instagram as well. I'm gonna have all my social handles in the description, as well as my website. But anytime that I have something new dropping, it's gonna be there before it's anywhere else. If you're on Pinterest, make sure you add me on Pinterest, because I post all kinds of stuff and I pin a lot of content. So as well as just like anytime I have a new project dropping, I'm probably going from website to Pinterest. So if you don't have a Pinterest, do yourself a favor and make one. It's a great place for inspiration.